Welcome back. It's your girl and your boy, AJ the Suburban Princess, back with the CoEd edition of Birds of a Feather. We have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of movement going on in the Sixers realm, and we have some other exciting news about to happen with the Eagles as well as the Phillies. But first, give a shout out to my co-ed, Eddie B. What's up?
What's up, AJ? Long time no talk.
Yes, it's been a while. I've been lazy. It's been hot. I haven't felt like doing anything. So
Things that haven't aligned on certain days. That's all. Things
I
happen. So
mean, I haven't exercised. We're in that part where it's almost August, so that heat is nasty. We've been having this thick, angry heat for a while, off and on. And so I haven't really been in the
mhm.
mood to pod. But I'm glad we are podding tonight because this was my first opportunity to actually say what the hell's happening with the Sixers. Without me having cable, I'm relying purely on Eddie to
Well, I don't
catch
know
me
if I'm
up.
able to watch. I'll be have to go out to watch the game that's coming
I
up. So
know. Well, and
which is
here's the thing.
fine. So
Yeah, we have to also make a decision too on how we feel overall because I feel like you and me kind of differ on the state of what's going on with Embiid, but we'll get to that point. First of all, let's just
well,
talk about these two-way players, and because what I've seen is they signed Jabari Walker, they've
hmm
signed they've Johnny Broom and VJ were the draft picks, so those turned out to be very rewarding draft picks
they
already.
they look both of those guys look pretty good in the
Yeah,
summer. I mean,
from what
I've
I'm
caught
seeing, summer
a few
league,
summer
yeah,
league games. Yeah, they look.
because VJ
You
hurt
know,
his thumb,
another
right?
he sprained it a little bit.
He
Yeah,
sprained it,
yeah,
so
that's
yeah.
fine.
Either way, he
Yeah,
still
but,
played in the last game, from what I saw highlights
yeah,
of.
and
But
he looked all right. So I mean.
and he's definitely
Uh,
confident. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about some of the young guys. We're gonna have to use some young talent. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. And we're gonna have to let the old guys sit on the bench so they can be ready for the off season, for the postseason, if we can get there. So I
well,
think they need to just bubble wrap the shit out of these guys until it's time. Don't
well,
open
because
that present until it's Christmas. You know, like
the newest development I was just going to get to before we break down each two-way player because I know you said you were pretty excited about at least some of these names because I don't know anybody. Um, the fact that they just announced that Paul George has hurt himself in warm-ups, so now Negro has to
which is
recoup from that
which
injury.
is fine. And that's nothing. I mean, it's a scope. You got his knee scope, which is an
I mean, it's to
easy.
clear any kind of issues. I
Yeah, it's
get
a
that.
clean out. Yeah, it's a clean
Yeah,
out anyway.
it's a clean out. And most people do get them in the middle of the seasons, whatever. It's just the fact that it was like he didn't get that done.
I'm glad. Well, I'm glad he did it now and
Well,
not.
yeah, I agree. But you know how the doom and gloom, it was like, God, we just heard about VJ and everybody want to start thinking like, God, can nobody stay healed? But I'm like,
Yeah.
first of all, it's a thumb. VJ
Well,
already played. PG already knew probably that he wasn't going to start right away because these new kids got to make way. They got to put a lot of better energy out there. So I think that the new kids are going to show a lot sooner than worrying about Embiid and Paul George because basically they're going to be
yeah.
the ones that are going to be on hold for a
Well,
while,
yeah.
which
The young guys are going to be out there.
they have
We're
to
going to
be out.
start the season with a. They're going to start the season with a different roster. I mean, you know,
And I'm sure,
and
and
I, and I
I'm sure Tyrese needs some encouragement because he's pretty much going to be the franchise at this point. At this point, I mean, like he's the future, right? So if he has the motivation, and I know he's been at some of these summer games as well as WNBA games. Shout out to Tyrese, him and his girlfriend. So he's been making rounds everywhere. So I love his
yeah, he gets to play with
visibility.
his best. He gets to play with his best friend too.
Right. So
He's a really good
exactly.
friend. He gets
So
to play with
Trent,
him.
what's his name?
Trendon Walford,
Brendan Watford. So apparently him
who
and
actually bust our ass a couple times when he played us.
who was he with before?
He was with the Nets, I think.
Okay.
He,
So
he had a couple. He had a couple good games against us, like on other teams. Like it was, yeah.
and so
So the
did
kid's
him
not
and did
bad.
him and Tyrese grow up together? Or they just were on.
They played in something together. I can't remember. I don't know if it was high school or they grew up in the same area. I don't know, but I just know they're really close. So
Okay,
they
so
and
he
they
was originally
they
signed to Portland as an undrafted free agent prior to the 2021-22 season. He was in with Brooklyn last year. You're right. Okay.
mhm.
Um, yeah. Okay,
Because he went to
so
LS. He went to LSU.
he went to LSU. Okay, and we know
Yeah.
that Maxey went to what? Kentucky, right?
Maxey was Kentucky. Yeah.
Kentucky. So somehow they know each other. They're friends. So they know. I forget the exact Forgive me, fans, because it's been a lot going on. But yeah, you're right. Watford played 2 seasons at LSU from 2019 to 21, where he contributed 14.9 points on a 48.4% shooting, 7.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists over 59 collegiate games. He led the Tigers to an SEC tournament championship during his sophomore season and was named to the 2021 All SEC tournament first team. All right, so either way, a vet that knows already how he's probably going to show up. And
Oh,
so
they played in high school together.
they played in high school. Okay, yeah, I figured they grew
Yeah,
up together basically. So high school.
yeah, they played in high school together. So they go
Okay,
back. They used to play basketball camp together in high school.
so there we go.
They played at the McDonald's All American games together.
All American. Why was I
So
going to say AAU? All American.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So they have the history, which is, I mean,
That's always
you get to
refreshing.
see him on team. Yeah.
Okay, so thoughts on them re-signing Eric Gordon and
I
Andre?
don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if they should have.
I don't think
To
they
be
should have
honest with
either.
you,
I think that was a wonk
uh,
wonk. They didn't know what else to do. Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
it's not like if Gordon has a resurgence, then we got a good shooting guard. I mean, but if not, I mean, he's going to be coming off the bench anyway. So I mean,
basically, because he was the only person that I remember getting off the bench during the season last year.
yeah. So
Um,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't big on that whole. I wasn't big on the whole Kyle
I
Lowry
wasn't big on
situation.
them signing him to begin with.
So I mean,
Um, okay, so vet
see who
presence is
more
what
is
they
going to
really
be.
need. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's probably what it was, and that's probably why they signed these guys. Like
Vet
they
presence.
wanted veteran presence because they a lot of these other guys are young. I mean, a lot of these guys are young.
The youth movement is needed clearly at this point in the career because
Oh,
obviously they signed a lot of two-way. So let's discuss this two-way guys. So the most recent kid they just signed was his name was what? I just went back on the wrong.
that was not Jabari. Was it Jabari Walker's one of them? He's a two way.
Jabari Walker. They re-signed Justin Edwards, which was smart. I don't know why
Yeah,
they're
that
doing
was
that.
I like it.
I like Judge. He was showing a lot last year. But the new kid was Dominic Barlow. He is a two-way player. He
Yeah,
has 96 games. Let me see. Where did he come
and
from?
he is from. Oh, he didn't play. I didn't say where he's from,
Originally
but
signed to a two-way contract by San Antonio as an undrafted free agent on July 10th, 2022.
he's not. Yeah, he's not a bad player either. I mean, he's
No.
decent.
So he's been
He'll
in the
be
league.
okay.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
should be fine. He has experience. All right, so
second
two-way.
season.
Here we go again with two-way, Eddie. So I asked you this before, but I think it's still obvious that what the Sixers are saying, if they sign a lot of dudes to two-way contracts, what is that basically saying? They don't feel their defense
Well, well,
visible.
you're allowed to have a certain amount of two way players because they can play in the G League as well. So and
Okay.
you can bring them up. You bring them up as needed.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Okay.
that's why you're allowed to have these. That's we allowed. I think I can't remember the cap on the two way contracts for a team. They can only allow a certain amount. So
Because that seemed like
uh,
what they had to end up doing last year anyway because of the injuries. It seemed like they were
oh
bringing a lot of
yeah,
guys back and forth from G League. So maybe that's why they're deciding to just straight up sign
you
two-way
load up
guys
the
now.
talent, you bring a guy up when you need him.
Right, when you need
I
them.
mean,
And Jabari Walker came from Portland, so we got him from Portland. He's a two-way
yeah,
player. Uh, why did we bring
I
Booty back? Kyle
don't
Lowry.
know. I
Remember
don't
I sent you
know.
that text? I sent Eddie a random text. I just said, why we bring Booty back?
And, you know, I was
Big
laughing. I was
Booty.
like, "What the hell?" I was like, "What? Why? Like, why bring him
Every time I hear his
back?"
name, I just think of Bad Boys. Mike Lowry. Kyle Lowry. We
I mean,
can't shit.
shout out to the Philly connection, but
So
come on.
I mean, they say he's good at coaching some of these guys up, but is he really? Because what is he going to be coaching at this point? I feel like, I mean, yes, he won a ring with Toronto. I get it, fine, but
Mm,
what has he really brought when he did get his butt on the court? Like, I don't really think. I feel like they would
I
learn more
mean,
from Maxey amongst any of these guys currently on the roster. You would learn more from Maxey in general in terms of work
well, but
ethic,
yeah, but also, I mean, Lowry has been in the game for a very long time. So, I
obviously.
mean, he's got 15 years on
Well,
Maxi. I mean, So
And
I
Andre
mean,
Drummond too. Like I was shocked they even brought him back. I really
yeah, I
thought that
wasn't
Andre
sure. Are
Drummond.
they trying to have him what to work with Bona more or something so
Yeah,
he can get him
because
ready? Yeah,
Bona just needs to be reared in, but he's already got the energy. Like he knows
Bona
how to
was
be a
playing
backup
his ass
center.
off in the summer league too. So I
Yes,
mean,
and he was playing
yeah,
confidently last year when he had the opportunity. Even if they weren't going anywhere, stat wise, he was
yeah.
always present.
And Johnny Broom looks good, and
Johnny
I
Broom,
was
that's the
watching.
other
I was
pick.
watching. One of my buddies sends me the YouTube game highlights, and they're showing
Hmm.
like for that's the easiest way to see like the game. It's just because
Yeah,
it cuts out all the fluff. All you
all the
see is
extra
like
stuff. Yeah, yep,
them. They don't. You don't even watch them run the floor. It's like all right, score. They
yep,
start running down, they cut it, and go back next. So it's like you get to see all the good plays, like all the
yep,
highlights. So and I
yep.
got to see like Johnny Boom. He was hitting 3-pointers. He was dunking. He was doing a guy looked good. So I mean,
So
we got a player there.
what was the teasing? They were teasing him because he went to Auburn. What's wrong with going to Auburn? I heard about that little kind of back
Yeah,
and
Johnny.
forth because I know that Charles
Oh,
Barkley went to Auburn, so he was happy about the Sixers
yeah.
being.
I mean,
I don't.
he's
There was
also. I
some kind of
mean,
joke going around. So anyway,
like, they're making fun of him because he's older.
because
Because
he's from Auburn. Oh, older. Oh, okay,
yeah, because I mean, he played. I mean, he's a 22-year rookie. I mean, he didn't
okay,
get. What's name? We got a DJ is 19 years old. I mean,
got you.
yeah, he's got. I mean, he stayed. He pretty much played 5 years in college, so he
Okay,
played his
well,
time
he's a
in
super
college.
senior. Whatever. He got more
Yeah.
experience, more knowledge.
Actually, I like players like that because you
I do
don't.
too.
They have the fundamentals. You don't have to teach them a lot of bullshit. So I mean,
Right, right. And
they come over knowing.
he's not seeming too green in certain moments.
Yeah,
Like he's had enough
and,
exposure.
yeah, they're not going to make a lot of dumb mistakes. Like so.
Okay. He's 6'9", first of all, so that's great size wise,
Yeah, six
clearly.
ten, 6'9". Oh, he's 6'10", 6'10", 240. Yeah, he's a big guy.
Okay, that's another. Okay, can you just answer me why there seems to be this discrepancy with height in sports? Why do they lie about inches with these guys? Like, what is the mystery? What's the big shock about being honest about your height? Because
I
I
mean,
notice a lot of guys say he's not really
everybody
6'10".
they always add an inch on or something. It's like I can't say it. I was gonna say that's horrible.
No, say it because I'm honestly
No,
curious. Like, what's the big deal of an inch
but
or a foot? Like,
it's. I mean, it makes it's for this was for the stats. Like it makes him look better. Oh, he's a 7-foot guard. He's some of these guys you see him. Yes, he is 7 feet tall. You know, like
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I heard people discussing that recently, and they were saying, well, if they say he's 6'10",
I
that means
think
he's 5'7".
see,
I know. I'm just saying. I was
the thing
exaggerating.
is, you're like measuring them up to. They're standing next to somebody who's like 7 feet tall. Yeah, they're gonna look like they're smaller because
I mean, like
you
somebody
know,
like Wemby couldn't lie about his height, obviously, because Wemby is just a big praying mantis. That's what I call him.
if I'm 6 feet tall. I'm standing next to somebody who's like 6'10", 7 or 7'1". Yeah, I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna look like I'm 6 feet tall. Yeah, I won't look 6 feet at all. Like
All the more
standing
reason
next
why I
to
would think you not want to lie, because then someone will catch you in that lie. If you stand, like you said, if you stand next to a brother who's taller than you and you said you were 6'10", they like, yeah, my ass, you're 6'10". I just think it's funny. I think it's just a funny discrepancy that they make a big deal about that. Okay. So going back to, oh, there's another player too, Hunter Salas. Do you know anything about him? That's another player I saw in there.
no,
He
but
must be one of the newer guys too that
yeah,
came over.
he don't even have a picture up yet. So
I just saw it on the
and Igor
website because that's why I was asking because I did see him. Hunter Salas
Igor
coming
Milicic,
off the draft. Did we get him from the draft?
don't have his age listed either.
Um, Let me see. Career stats. Coming off the draft, signed undrafted rookie Hunter Salas to a two-way contract. This type of contract allows players to suit up for both the Sixers and okay, you were right. Okay, he's a scoring guard. 22, measured in at nearly 6'4" without shoes. He has a 6'9", 75-inch wingspan. Um, oh, he's from Wake Forest. He um he averaged 22.2 points, 5.6 rebounds, 3.8 assists per game as the first five-star basketball recruit in Nebraska history. So he's from the Midwest.
Oh,
Um,
so
so
we did get a
yeah,
big white boy thing this year.
yeah. So
Got
we drafted a young.
Igor Milic.
He
Junior.
well, yeah. He's undrafted. So okay. So we got him from the draft undrafted. So he came from the draft. That's probably why. Um, okay, so what's your general opinion about how do you think this season looks like? Do you have faith in Daryl Morey still? Because there's a lot of fans starting to turn, saying that Morey, you don't have an opinion? Because I know I don't have confidence in the front
I
office. I don't
don't
think I
know.
ever did since Iverson left, honestly.
Honestly, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
Honestly, whatever happened, like it's gonna be it's gonna be fun to see what we're gonna get out of this team.
yeah.
Because I'm not really expecting much of anything. So whatever
Um,
happens, it'll be a bonus. Like so coming off the year that we had, could it get any worse? Probably not. I
no,
don't
because
think it will.
that whole year took a tumble early last year.
Yeah, I think it'll get better. I think they'll be a better team. And if they can be honestly, with all these other teams having all these problems, they got a shot to be. They can probably make it into the playoffs this year. Like even if they just play okay, and that's why I said save these guys until later.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Because then come like
Because a
December,
lot of teams are
whatever.
hurting. A lot of teams are hurting, and we're not the only ones dealing with bad injuries. I mean, Pacers got their
No,
star, their
yeah,
stud
yeah.
for the
You have to
next
consider,
for
yeah,
next year.
what just happened in the finals and how that could have turned had Halliburton not gotten not
Oh,
re-injured.
they were winning game seven. If Halliburton
Yeah,
didn't get injured,
yeah.
they had the momentum. They were going to win game seven. I don't care what anybody says. Like
I
even they
agree.
say,
No,
oh,
I honestly do think that probably would have been a different outlook. But at the same time, I was rooting for OKC because I just thought they were the underdogs, and I just kind of like an underdog story. I'm happy for
no, but they
SGA.
weren't the they weren't the underdogs though. West Ham was the under. The Pacers were more the underdogs. They was always picked to lose the games.
You know what? But I guess I mean, like, I'm not really on the pipeline. I just know from just a vantage point of just knowing how it was starting to match up in the playoffs. My head was like, I just like the idea of OKC kind of winning because I feel like that's a team that pretty much was always destined to fail. And I feel like the Pacers come from a history of, winners when Reggie Miller was there, and then I felt like this team
They
was
still
good enough
never,
and sound enough,
yeah,
huh?
and he still never won a championship.
I don't know. I guess I feel like there's more prestige with the Pacers. That's why in my
Yeah, they've
eyes
been
I'm
to the
thinking,
finals, but you know what? West Ham's been to the finals like three times. So
yeah.
remember OKC when they had KD, Westbrook,
It was
they had
more exciting, put it
Mbappe,
that way this year. It was
Harden. I love that team actually back in the day. That was a great team.
yeah, back in the day. And honestly, a
That
lot of people
was
still are
OKC.
saying what
Yeah.
would have happened had they just stayed. Had they just stayed as a team, would it
No,
have,
they just
you
couldn't get over.
know,
They couldn't get over that hump. So it was just for them. It was crazy.
but I
They got
mean,
to the final every year and couldn't get over
and then
that hump.
couldn't get over the hump. Yeah. And Harden has the same issues whether he's by himself or with the team, no matter where he goes. So it really doesn't matter. He was here, he was in Brooklyn, he was in Houston, he still never got to the finals or won. So I feel like that's just a never
Mm-hmm.
ending tale. But it was more exciting this year. I mean, even me paying
Yeah, oh,
attention
it
this
was
year to
great.
have two unknown teams, in the finals.
I yeah, I just loved it because it wasn't Golden State. It wasn't like
Right. It wasn't LA. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was like two teams that you haven't seen there in a while.
All right. Well, let's
It was
not waste
cool.
much time on this. So we basically know we wish Embiid well. I personally feel like Embiid should have retired last year, but that's just me. And I know he's not. I feel like Paul George was kind of a messed up asset. I don't think that he should ever came here. That's just me. Um, but I feel like at this point it's a moot point because they can't get out of their contracts. They gave him way too much money. So they're just going to sit on that stack and just be humble, I guess, because Embiid this time is not going to try to make everybody feel like he's revving up. Like I think he's just like, when I'm ready, I'm ready, and I'm glad he finally said it like that because
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
wants
I
to
mean,
hear him saying he's going to
that's
rush
all
him.
I can say.
What's the point?
That's all you can say. Anyway, it's like when I'm ready, I'm ready to go. But because it's gonna be a short, long season if comes back in too early and gets hurt again. So
And nobody really cares. Like I feel like the whole luster is gone right now. So at this point, I would rather him just let them young boys cook, let Maxey take the wheel, and just see where it goes. I mean, Kelly Oubre is still there, so you still got some veterans again. And we'll see how the bench shapes out. All right, so moving on to the Phillies right quick. I didn't watch the All-Star game as we know, and I always remind y'all,
Big
birds of a
Schwarber.
feather. AJ has no cable, but Schwarb's represented. So, Eddie, tell me, how do
Yes.
you feel the swing off was an addition to the All-Star
I
game?
actually liked it. It was
Okay.
great because
I'm hearing good
because
things about
because you didn't have to have the game go super long. Like these are the all stars. They don't want to play. It should be they gotta get back to their teams. Like
it. Yeah.
for a mean they'd say meaningless game, but for a meaningless game, they should not be playing 15 innings or whatever else. Or if it doesn't get
No.
past nine, if they're tied after the first nine and then they have to do swing off, I think the swing off is a great idea.
Yeah,
Like
I thought it
for
was
just
brilliant once I
for
saw it. Yeah, once I heard it was broken
just
down
for
like
like
that, I was like, that's actually smart,
yeah. I was
you
like, do I
know?
want that in the regular season? No. I don't
No,
want that in the regular season.
no,
But it's
no.
great for like an all-star game. It was fun. And it was good to see our boy Big Swerves go up and drop three Swerve bombs back
Three in a row, which made it even
like
funnier when I saw it
three
the next
swings.
morning. I was like,
Yes.
"Yo, he went 3 for 3 on top of
Yeah.
it." I was very excited for him because not only was that just, I mean, we're used to him always kind
And
of
they
getting
weren't
the
just
first swing,
and they
but
weren't just little ones either. He
no,
sent his clear over walls. Like
that's
the
what
first
that's
one
what.
was just over. The
Yeah,
second one was like 4 rows, 5 rows deep, and the last one went like probably 10
all the
rows
way
deep.
up.
Yeah.
Once
I
he
mean,
drops a knee,
he
he
dropped
got
down
under
to
that
one
ball.
knee after hitting it. Yeah. And
We're
there's
used
one,
to those dramatic swings.
and the guy even said he was like, "Hey, he's like, oh, here comes Schwarber. He's the one guy in the swing off that has the potential to go 3 for 3. And if he does, he's like, the American League is in trouble." And he did. And I was like, "What?" I was like, and then he hit the first swing, he knocks it out. I was like, "Oh man!" I was like, "This guy." He's like. Then he got a second one. I was like, "Oh," I was like, "He's gonna get 3." And
He's in the
then
zone
he gets,
already. Yeah, by the
yeah,
second swing, I could
He
tell.
was
Yeah.
locked in. He was locked in. Yeah.
It was exciting in
So
general just because, like I said, I didn't watch it, but I know when I saw highlights, I was like, okay, that's even cooler that one, he's the only person that got over two. Then it was the fact that he didn't have to keep swinging to get to it. Like he just kept hitting and then was just going in the right way. The first one I was worried wasn't going to go over at first because I was like, well, he's cutting that close. But
he muscled that one out.
he
It carried.
did. It carried, yeah. I was happy for him though because I'm sure he had walked in there because they said they were nervous because what was it? Some people that weren't supposed to originally be slated for because they didn't plan on going to the swing off, and then some guys didn't even know they were in the lineup. So
Well, the first guy who went for the AL, he was like, I didn't even know I was going up. Coach was like, "All right, come on, yeah, yeah, yeah." The manager was like, "Yeah, yep, you're in." He's like, "Oh, okay."
that was the
He's
NL
like,
coach, right? He's the one that said he didn't even
"No,
know
no,
until today that he's about to be doing. He's up, so he got like
no."
it was a guy from the Mets, right? Or what team was he from? Mets or the?
It was
I feel like it
who
was
was it?
Mets or it was somebody blue. I feel like it was either Mets or Mariners,
Well, I
but either
know,
way,
yeah, the other guy, yeah, the the other AL coach, he just was like calling guys out. He didn't even tell Powers that he was going. Powers didn't even know he was going to go.
that's just funny though how that worked out. Now, speaking of All Star, WNBA All Star Game is coming up, and there's already drama with the All Star Game because possibly after this game is over this weekend, the girls may not be playing again because there may be a CBA lockout. So, All Star Game is interesting because it's already drama because Caitlin Clark, the star of the league, is injured, so she pulled out of the 3-point contest and the All Star Game
I mean, there's no point in
altogether.
her ruining her season if she gets
Yeah,
hurt
I
to the
don't
point
think it
where
was
she
worth
can't
it.
play anymore. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's not worth it. She was right, but it was also there's a couple other injuries too that kind of are bummers. But a lot of
Wheeler, our guy, pulled himself out of the All Star game.
was that
Wheeler didn't pitch in the All Star game this year. He
I
was
heard.
supposed to.
And Sanchez, right? Did they not? Did they just pay Sanchez? He didn't
Nah,
play.
it was just two. Yeah, it was just two guys got picked. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought they said something about Sanchez. But anyway, no, that makes sense because I feel like they know that their arms are valuable considering the lack of consistency in the bullpen. So that was just smart. Like they didn't need to
Mhm.
test that, on a
Yeah,
weekend, especially because Wheeler's been there before. So I don't really think it
yeah.
was
For him,
needed.
it's like, all right, yeah,
Yeah. But All Star games, we know are exhibitionist type things. So it's like, it's great for the pay because the players get extra paycheck. But for viewers, we all know that the All Star game sometimes can be boring, because we know it's just going to be just people showing off. So, um, but lastly, too, I wanted to say tomorrow the Eagles get their rings. So we're going to be
yes.
hearing about these ring
Finally,
designs.
finally, finally get to
So
see.
finally get to see them, hopefully see the actual shindig like they did last Super Bowl. before we cut this off too, because I just realized the clock is kicking. But rest in peace to Brian Brayman. Who
Oh
was on?
man,
I
this
couldn't believe
story
he
is so
passed away from
sad.
cancer. I didn't know it was brain cancer. I got 10 minutes. Yeah, he got brain cancer, an aggressive form of brain cancer. And the fact that he
So
needed a GoFundMe is sad to me for his kids. A
yeah,
professional athlete, Super Bowl winner, needed a GoFundMe to pay for his treatment. So now that he's gone, I mean, my God. I mean, he ends up a winner, but he's gone before he turned 40. So rest in
30,
peace
he
to
came in
his career,
38
Brian
years
Brandon.
old. That's
38
so
years
sad.
old, still a kid. He was magic on the special teams unit, powerful defensive player. Yeah, he was a rock and roll guy. I mean, he always had his hair braided down, and he always was really quick on the tackle. But I was very sad to hear that today at my job when I saw that he passed away. So rest in peace to him. Um, first and foremost, finally, I want to say too, I forgot that the Eagles will be on Hard Knocks this year, midseason. So this
Got
will
a
be very
mid-season one
interesting.
like that.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. But yes, definitely keep posted social media tomorrow. I know I will to see what these rings look like because I know people are just itching to leak pictures before they
Yeah,
freaking
I can't wait
post.
to. Like,
I'm curious because I like the first ring, and I already saw that some people who work at the link already can put their orders in for replicas, which I don't remember if they did that when I worked there, but I didn't really fucking want one anyway, so I didn't really care. I just wanted to be in the parade. I didn't really care about no ring. I was like, I wanted to ride on the truck in the parade for the first Super Bowl. Damn it, that's what I wanted. But it's not about me. It's not about me. Woosah. Anyway, overall, Eddie, your thoughts on, I guess, the second half of the Philly season. Now that All Stars over and wrapped, good job, Schwarber. What are your thoughts about how this team is going to keep going? Because with Bryce been in and out of the lineup with injuries, there's been a lot of weird things in the outfield as far as
well,
who's going to stay, who's not. What are your thoughts?
I think now's the time to do what they did not last year, but the year before when they got hot in the second half. And then they did, and they actually made almost got to the World Series. Like that's just what they have to do. They can't do this whole like just dragging their way through and you're saying, and that's the best time when you get the momentum going. This is where it needs to happen. And it may take a trade. I don't know
Yeah.
who's going to be, but the trade deadline is coming up. So
And
I
the rumor
mean,
is that Max Kepler is most likely a candidate. Do you
I
think
like
they're going to?
actually, I like Kepler. I mean, he's been
I
doing
like
okay.
Kepler too. Yeah.
He's been doing all right for us too, but
I
so
guess playing
surprisingly,
time was the issue. Is the
yeah,
playing time?
he could end up on the chopping block because of it's somebody that's little more productive than him. But
What do you think
so
about what's his name?
and the bullpen's got to get their act together for the second half
Yeah,
because
they do.
he's
But what do you think
playing.
about
I mean,
Brandon Marsh? Do you think he'll stay? Do you think they'll trade him?
I
Bone.
don't know. Sometimes he gets hot. Bohm's more vibrant than
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, because he's a good third baseman. I mean, we got guys that can play the outfield. I mean, to be honest with you, like, and not like he even hits that great either sometimes. So, I mean, I like Marsh, but I don't, I don't know if he's gonna, I don't know if he's gonna warrant what we need
Yeah.
to get us back to like form for actually making a World Series.
I'm getting
Could
the
he?
feeling
Maybe.
he's like kind of like a one trick pony kind of
But
feel.
we're gonna have to give up. We're gonna have to give up prospects then, if that's the case. So,
But what about Castellano? Castellano, do you think he's gonna stay? I mean,
no,
I
he'll
know
be good.
that he'll be good because I know
Yeah,
him and
I
the
mean,
manager had beef earlier this year. So
yeah, but you know what? He plays well. He's played well for us in the
I
postseason.
thought so too. I haven't been talking mess
He,
about him because one, I can't see all the games, but I know from what I've seen, I feel like he's more consistent this year than any of the years.
I remember telling you that he's going to be fine because everybody was so
Yeah, you
down on
did.
him. And I was
I
like, he's going
I
to be
was like, fuck
fine.
him.
He's going to be fine. Everybody's like, no, boo.
No, I always felt like he wasn't a smart swinger, but I feel like he's more conscious of it.
He just throws the bat at the ball.
He really doesn't care, but that's what annoyed me, especially during the playoffs and
That's
in
what
the
he does.
series. He'd just be
Yeah, that's the
swinging, and I'd
person
be
hitting
like,
the
"Yo,
first. He's like,
concentrate."
yeah.
You would just be
I
swinging
was
at
like,
air.
what's the batting first? What's the batting first? I just put the bat on the
That's
ball.
my
That's it.
point.
That's it. That's all he
That was
does.
it.
Like,
That was it. That's the only thing that angered me about him is that he did not time his swings. You could tell he didn't give a fuck, and it just got on my nerves. But I feel like this year he's been more disciplined. I think he's more mindful of how when he
he's a
runs.
good outfielder. I mean,
Well, we know that. That's the one thing that we
Yeah,
can't even talk mess about him. He's always been a great outfielder. It was just the batting. But we can also talk about Trey Turner too, being a mess in the field at times and not being concentrating. Some of
yeah.
them
Well,
all have
Trey
had
Turner
problems
makes
base
a lot of
running.
mistakes.
Uh,
Or
Yeah.
honestly, we should move. We should move. We should get a shortstop and move him to the outfield.
Who?
Trey Turner.
Trey Turner.
I mean, he's fast enough to play the outfield. You know, he's got the speed to play the outfield. He's the
That's the
fastest
only
one to
thing
pass.
that's the only thing that I like about him is how fast he is. But I also say he needs to gain like
He's
10 pounds.
he's, yeah, he's kidding. But he has been hitting too. He's been hitting for contact.
Yeah, I
He's been
know.
one of our best hitters over as of late. So I mean,
He was having contact issues for a while.
he's
I felt like all of
making
them were kind of pressing early this year.
yeah, but he's settled down. But he's also but problem is that he makes a lot of mistakes as
Yeah.
shortstop.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know I've seen some of those just from highlights, and I'd be like, what the hell's going on with him? I'm like, can you focus, please? I do felt like there were times even last year he was a little in the field, which kind of pissed me off. But
Yeah.
what you watching?
No, I was just looking to see if there was anything popped up in the rumor mill, but nothing has
Oh,
popped
okay. When did they start playing again? Regular.
They play on what tomorrow? Either
Okay.
tonight or tomorrow. They play.
Okay.
They're in Los Angeles. They play the Angels, or the Angels are here. Either one. I can't remember which one it is. If they're here or there.
Oh, most likely they're probably there. I bet you.
I'm
But I
going
don't
to
know.
see. Going to see the Fighting Phils Saturday.
Okay.
The double A team. Ready?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
excited.
That was the place I couldn't remember. I was there when Kiara was singing with her class at the time. I forgot it was there and not where
Never
we were.
been to this ballpark
Iron
before. I heard
Pigs.
it's nice too. I heard it's very
Yeah, it's
nice.
very nice. It's very nice. It's
See
small, but it's very nice.
how nice these minor league parks are too.
I know. Yeah,
They're more family driven too. They make them
yeah.
like
And they're
they have the
easy.
pool. They have the pool on the out deck. They have the pool deck, which is
Yeah,
cool. I'm not
it's
in the pool,
yeah.
so
The fighting Phils were nice, and they have the wall dedicated to Taylor Swift because she used to perform there before she got famous, and it's just cute. It's like it's hard to not lose your kid in that field. Like let's put it that way. It's family friendly, so you don't lose your child. But Iron Pigs, where we were for Devonta's celebrity game, which we have to just shout out. Shout out to Devonta for winning that game when it seemed like
walk off.
his team was not getting anywhere for like the first 7 innings, and then all of a sudden everybody miraculously came back.
16-14, which is crazy.
I mean, come back from down like 12-2 or whatever, and then all of a sudden he's the walk-off winner. So good old Devonta. Shout out to him. And I think she had the second baby, so now he got two kids.
Well, we
And
also have the practice. We have the practice coming up soon too. So
yes, August 10th, we will be there at the link for open practice, the only one they give us. And training camp will start soon. So yay, birds. All right. It's Birds of a Feather. We will be back after that training camp and let you know how the first open practice came off to us. I'm just glad my Goddard's back, at least for one more year. And watch highlights and get hype, y'all, because it's about to be going. It's going to be September 4th before you know it. Versus the
bring on
Cowboys.
them, bring on them boys.
Bring on them boys so we can whip that ass in prime time. But all right. All right. From me, AJ Suburban Princess and Eddie B, we are out. Go Birds and go Phils. Talk to y'all later. Bye.